What is up, Misfits and Moonbasers? It's your boy Ray Recall coming at you with another video review. This time we're going to be doing something that I don't think that we've done on this channel before, at least. I'm going to be taking a look at something. It's not new, but it is pretty awesome. I've had this for quite a while. I actually wanted it to be my very first review whenever I first got it, but that was a few years ago, and didn't have the channel up and running, and or the time or the space or the money or the whatever you want to say. Anyway, this has been long overdue, so without further ado, today we're going to be looking at the Takara Transformers Masterpiece MP-20 Wheeljack. That's right, there's a masterpiece on this show. Not just mainline stuff. A little bit the high quality, the mamma mia. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's Italian colors. Anyway, so this is Masterpiece Wheeljack, and I just love Wheeljack. There's not really much else to say. I mean, he made the Dinobots. The Dinobots. He made them. Also, he's a mad scientist inventor, and that appeals to this guy. So, since we actually have the box, let's take a look at the box real quick. You got a bunch of moon speak on the bottom. It is an officially licensed Lancia. Lancia Stratos Turbo. He is a Cybertronian mechanical engineer, but everybody knows that. This side Wheeljack, on the top you get Transformers Masterpiece. This side Wheeljack, and then on the back you get more Moonspeak with the product shots. You know, he does this, he can do that, just all the stuff that you get in the box. Scale with Masterpiece Optimus Prime, so that's all good. But we're not here to talk about the box, even though the box is nice and premium packaging. We're here to talk about what's in the box. So first, what you get is you get the Masterpiece trading card. Some more gobbledygook on the back. Not sure what these tech specs are, but that 10 better be intelligence. You get the instructions, which, since they're Masterpiece, they are also in gobbledygook. Got Wheeljack, and I'm guessing some tech specs. He does transform into a Lancia Stratos Turbo. You have his shoulder cannon, laser gun. This is not the special edition one where he has like the little toolbox and the collector coin or whatever. At the time I couldn't go high roller enough for that, but anyway, here's Wheeljack. So as you can see, he comes with a few things. He comes with the shoulder cannon, the missile that goes in that, his blaster, the product itself, and also, if you take a look, he came with two of these little sprues, which, as you notice, have these little mirrors on them. And these mirrors are of a, they're not really a soft plastic, they are kind of a hard plastic, and they come disassembled out of the box. You gotta nip the sprues and stick them in there, but they give you a set of spares just in case you accidentally break it, which is thoughtful, because that would be very sad if that were to break. So, let's take these off to the side for now. Here we have Wheeljack in his vehicle mode, and it looks freaking amazing. You got that clear, smoky clear canopy windshield kind of thing. No, not really a molded interior, but it's still a nice thought. The tires are not rubber, they are actually a plastic tire, which I actually prefer because rubber tires will degrade over time, in my opinion. It's, you know, but some people like that, some people don't. It is what it is. He rolls fairly well. I probably should have done this before I set up, so one moment. Should have had these beforehand. Anyway, here he is, scaled with a current mainline deluxe, current mainline Voyager, and current mainline leader class figure. So, and didn't think to put these guys in alt mode beforehand. That is my mistake. Whatever. Anyway, so setting these guys off to the side for now. Just stay over there. There is one other thing you can do in this mode besides just have them look very awesome. If you take the blaster, you can notice that there is a tab right there that'll fit into the, or a slot right there that'll fit into the tab of the gun will fit into. So you just want to tab that in right there. I believe it goes right there. Right? 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 It does go on this side, right? One moment. Okay, I'm an idiot. It goes in this way. There we go. So now the gun is kind of like an exhaust pipe. So that's some weapon storage there. And of course, since it's G1, you can take the cannon. By the way, this is on a just that much degree of tilt, so you can slightly tilt it up. And then the missile just kind of loosely just shoves in there. There's no spring-loaded mechanism or anything like that. It just kind of fits there loosely. And if you notice that it's got a kind of like rectangular tab, this little button right here, or this little panel, is kind of spring-loaded. So you stick that in there. There we go. And he can drive around with a missile launcher on his back. I mean, hey, it's G1. Why not? Anyway, as cool as this mode is, that's really all the functionality you get with it. So let's go ahead and remove the weapons and get down to transformation. Now this is going to be a very complex transformation, but you do it a few times, it starts to become very intuitive and you really know what's going on. And by the time you transform it back like the third time or something like that from either direction. So anyway, so to begin, you want to just kind of gently wiggle this up and out like that. Next up, you want to come back here and undo these panels right here. And they do kind of fit in right in there too, so you have to kind of pull out and back. Just be very careful with the plastic tolerances. There we go. Pull out and back. There we go. And as you can see, this will kind of unpeg, but we don't want that done just yet. Next, you want to raise this panel up off the front section, like so. Kind of like that. Here, let's go ahead and swing these panels back down a little bit. There we go. Just get them out of the way. Okay. Next, you want to kind of, let me see, where am I doing? Oh yeah. So you want to take this whole assembly, zoom in, there we go, and you just kind of want to lift it up, and it's a little easier said than done. There we go. This entire strut will lift out, and this will collapse down, like so. Come to the legs, split them if they haven't already, and just extend the legs. There's no button to push, they just kind of softly pull out. Next, come down to the feet, push them all the way down. As you can see, they're on like a multi-hinge structure here. You just want to get them all the way out. Take this panel here and rotate it all the way down, and that'll form the bottom of the foot, like so. Now coming to this part back here, where it was like this, you want to take this panel, flip it, okay, it was like this in vehicle mode. You want to take this, flip this down, and on this double hinge right here, you can see that double hinge, bring this all the way down. I'm going to get that out of the way just for now. And you want this post to plug into that port right there, so you just rotate it on this swivel right here. Just kind of push that down, close that up, you got a leg all done. Second verse, same as the first, come over to this side, extend the feet all the way out, rotate the feet down, extend that panel, rotate, get that, plug that peg into that port, and your feet are all solid. So once again, this will probably just come untabbed on its own, so just kind of drop this back. Take this panel, well, let me see. Just have them do the splits there. Take this panel, open it up, open up this panel, flip up the head assembly, and then close these back over that. As you can see, there's a little tab there that'll plug into the port right here. And I don't know if you can see this, but inside the chest, let's see if I can get the right angle on it. The right angle and the right light. Even inside the chest itself, they have a lot of molded in detail. They didn't have to do that, but that was very thoughtful of them that they did. Let's go ahead and close that up. And you have the head and chest assembly all finished. Now coming to the backpack. This is the most involved part of the transformation in my opinion. So you're going to want to take this panel, lift this up, and it is kind of on a spring, but it'll just kind of flop around for now. Just deal with it. So what you're going to do is come here, split these apart if you can. Bring this panel, kind of hard to see. There we go. Bring this down, and these two panels here. Do they need to come down too? No, they stay over there. Okay. What you want to do is you want to take this section and fold this out, which can be tricky because this is going to be in the way partially, but there you go. Get them out about that far. These panels right here, these two right here, bend them at the hinge because these are kind of that smoky gray plastic for the windshield. Just bend them up slightly. That'll give you the clearance to swing them around. Come on, you. Again, you want to make sure the tolerances, and as you can see, that panel just kind of flaps around. And then from there, okay, sorry, hard to do this at arm's length. You want to take these and then just kind of feed them. How do I want to do this? Okay, hold off on that real quick. You want to take these sections, which are going to be the arms, pull them out from the sides of the body. Just get them off to the sides for now. Kind of have them looking like that. That'll get them out of the way for now. You're going to want to take, where is it? This panel, bring it back down, I think, right? No, you want to bring it up because there's going to be that gap that you're going to want to try to feed it through. These sections right here are going to fold in. It'll be a little bit tricky getting that wheel to clear the body, but it's doable. You can bring the backpack section up because there's a tab right there and a port right there. I don't know if you can see that still. Come on, focus. Maybe increase the brightness on that a little bit. There we go. And that'll kind of just sit flush against the back for now. And then there's this tab right here. You can kind of see the glint off of it. That'll go into this port right there. So if you've done this all correctly, this will just naturally swing around and tab in, and there you go. Want to bring these panels that you had lifted up, just bring them back flat again at the hinge so you don't break them, and then just try to get them as up into a V shape as you can. There's a natural stopping point there. And as you can see, you're almost done with the transformation. Now the arms are a little bit involved. First you want to take them and rotate them 180. You're going to want to take this panel here, lift it up and shift that along so it's flush against the back. Rotate the wrist. Wouldn't be a Ray Recall video if the camera didn't fall all over the place. Anyway, so you want to rotate the wrist so that it's like that. Like so. Bring this panel down and around, and then bring the wrist out. Like, why are you giving me difficulties? Okay. Let me show you what I did wrong. Okay, so arm down, rotate so that the elbow is facing forward, like so. Take this panel here, rotate it into the place. Take this whole section, rotate that down, and then rotate the hand. There we go. Then all you gotta do is just get him standing. If he will cooperate. Cooperate, you crazy old man. And I think we're done. Are we done? I believe we're done. So, there you have, let me see if I can prop up the camera a bit more so you can actually see. There we go. There you have Masterpiece Wheeljack in his robot mode. And I absolutely love this figure. This is I think this was my very first Masterpiece that I ever got. I have since had several other Masterpieces that I have either since gotten rid of, like my my Masterpiece Shockwave. I ended up selling that since I had the Cloud9 Quake Blast, or whatever you want to call it, Quake Wave, Quake Blast, something like that. But this is the only Masterpiece Wheeljack that I was aware of. In fact, I think this might still only be the only Masterpiece Wheeljack that's out there. So the fact that this guy is a thing, I just absolutely love it. So get in real close in on that head sculpt there. Come on, if it'll zoom in. Focus, focus. There we go. Beautiful head sculpt on there. I love how they kind of did some panel lining even with the ears and the mouth plate. And if you turn it around to the back, still has even more panel lines on the back. Lovely detail. Just amazing detail all around. You know, they got all the right design cues, the windshield chest, the huge feet. Love the feet on this guy. Yeah, and overall, he's just a really good figure. So articulation, his head is on a rotation and a hinge joint. So he can look all the way up. I like how they have like the neck even sculpted in. Arms can do a full 360. His little wings sometimes get in the way, but that's all good. They can go in and out entirely. Rotation at the bicep, about 90-degree bend at the wrist, or at the elbow. Wrist can do a full 360, although some of the kibble sometimes will get in the way. Fingers are on, all 4 fingers are on a hinge joint there. You do have waist rotation there. Legs can go forward that far. They can go back even farther, which is amazing. Let's see. He can do about that much for the splits, which is pretty good. I don't see why you would need to have him doing too many action poses. Rotation right there at the hip. Knees can do pretty much a full 90-degree bend. No foot rotation, but you get a ton, because of those double joints, you get a ton of movement at the foot. Foot bend can move up that far, can move back that far, and you get a nice pivot there at the ankle. So posability on this guy is pretty darn amazing. Now, as for his accessories, again, he comes with the shoulder cannon, which, due to the fact that it's got that square tab, it can plug into either side on his shoulder. You got one plug there, but it's supposed to go over his right shoulder. And because it has that little tilt, you can also tilt it up or have it just default flat. And he comes with his gun, which I'm not sure if we actually took a close look at the pistol, but it's a very nice looking space gun. And as you can see, it's got 2 tabs on either side. Standard Masterpiece Transformers way of holding their weapons. They just kind of softly tab into the hand. If I can get it to line up. Where's the tab? Where's the tab? Where's the tab? Bingo! And you just close his fingers around that. And that is how you do it. Zoom in. There we go. Excellent. Now, I don't have any other of my Masterpiece figures out of the boxes, so I'm not going to showcase him with the size comparison with other Masterpieces. But, yeah, so here he is with the current mainline Deluxe, current mainline Voyager, and, of course, if I can freaking get him to stop falling to pieces over here. Why are you giving me such a hard time? There we go. There we go. Current mainline leader class. So there we got it. He's about a Voyager and a half with yeah, he's about in terms of size and mass, he's about a current mainline Voyager figure. And there you go. Now, I don't remember where I got Wheeljack from. I want to say it was from a convention. I think it was Comic Palooza. It was most likely Comic Palooza. I don't remember what year, but I know I got him for a pretty good price there. But I don't think that he's actually available anymore, at least not this version of him. I know there is a Decepticon kind of repaint, slight retool. I think they give him like different head and weapons or something like that. I think that one's currently available at some online retailers. But as far as the Wheeljack itself goes, not sure. Now, I was talking about Wheeljack. I know that Earthrise, which is the follow-up to Transformers Siege, is going to be the second stage of that. Earthrise is going to have a deluxe class Wheeljack, and from what I can tell, it looks like it's going to be the exact same transformation, at least similar engineering, but on a deluxe scale. I'm not sure how well that's going to translate to the other figures. Like I said, Wheeljack is scaled to fit with a Masterpiece collection, so he doesn't really exactly work with mainline stuff. I do want to get that Wheeljack, but that will depend on, if I've got the money for it, if I've got the time, if I'm even find him or not. So we'll see about that. But as for this video, that'll pretty much sum it up for Wheeljack. So yeah, this has been the Transformers Masterpiece MP-20 Wheeljack. I have been Ray Recall. Y'all have been awesome. And I look forward to seeing y'all in my next video. So, see you then. Peace.